The following video might as well contain content, language, explicit content, underage sexualized content, and/or flashing lights, which may be unsuitable for younger viewers. Any future videos we make, such as this, will be uploaded to our studio's official channel from now on. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tailslandian Gardens Heliopolis Entertainment presents to you
Jim Henson Logo Parodies Episode 22. Money Doesn't Buy Bloopers.
Places everyone.
Max out all credit cards.
Dow Jones Industrial Average,
a widely watched benchmark index in the U.S. for blue-chip stocks.
That's not what we meant, Mussel, Butterbear, and Lucina.
But Lucina said, max out all credit cards. Meaning emptying out both the checking and savings accounts.
That's debit, not credit. Serious.
Listen carefully, Sirius and Tony, when we say roll camera we didn't mean literally rolling a camera, nor maxing out all bank cards.
What we meant to say was,
price elasticity of demand.
Percentage change in quantity.
Demand. Percentage change in price.
Actually, it is demand elasticity.
Demand elasticity.
If price elasticity is greater than 1, the good is elastic. If less than 1, it is inelastic.
If a good's price elasticity is 0, no amount of price change produces a change in demand. It is perfectly inelastic.
If price elasticity is exactly 1, price change leads to an equal percentage change in demand. It is known as unitary elasticity.
I guess it's one of those days, that.
You know, son, every day's one of those days.
And Becca Sparkles can do a barrel roll when those two mastiffs say it. Raffle.
Control yourself, Becca Sparkles. Sam ain't glitter girl nor little Miss Perfect. Besides, he ain't kidding. Relax. I feel a tantrum coming on.
No, damn it, Microsoft. Sam never copy any of Peppy Hair's lines from Star Trek 64, or whatever game the phrase is, from Imagine and Toss hearing about the Tin.
Becca Sparkles, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay, Aria Blaze. Sometimes, Peppy Hair tells Fox to do something that Sam forces me to do in Star Fox video games.
That's alright, Becca Sparkles. We the Dazzlings know that if you are in the battle of the bands, we can do what we can do best.
I hate to interrupt, Aria Blaze and Sonata Dusk, but have you Dazzlings seen Fox McCloud and Falco Lombardi before Becca's tantrum?
I haven't the foggiest idea, Sunset Shimmer.
It appears that Becca Sparkles, Modern Angela's former enemy, had planted us in the ground. Enough with this nonsense. Fox, let's dig our way out before their forms get us.
Later, after Fox and Falco dug their way out of the ground and Slippy and Peppy told Becca and Sam not to do them again.
Sam, why don't we get this picture started?
Oh, sorry, my bad, Purple Panda. Roll camera. Cutie evening Mississippi swamp background. Why did it say fixed income? And if you say reparable income, your income would not be fixable anymore.
You mean not with.
Fixed income is a class of assets and securities that pay out a set level of cash flows to investors,
typically in the form of fixed interest or dividends.
Microsoft Sam, you better not deduct our taxes. Besides, fixed income investments in the form of treasury bonds, or the bonds, have the backing of the US government.
Oh, peanut butter.
Peanut butter, and jelly.
What do you want now?
Microsoft Sam, I am not kidding. Quit embarrassing Scotty for just 5 doggone seconds.
You heard what Volley said, Sam.
Besides, money doesn't come from fiat vehicles.
Fiat money is a government-issued currency that is not backed by a commodity such as gold.
Fiat money gives central banks greater control over the economy because they can control how much money is printed.
Most modern paper currencies, such as the US dollar, are fiat currencies.
One danger of fiat money is that governments can print too much of it, resulting in hyperinflation.
I want the correct one. And if it displays any word regarding to money investments, I'm throwing all of you out here in phases.
Feasibility study. A detailed analysis that considers all of the critical aspects of a proposed project in order to determine the likelihood of it succeeding.
A company may conduct a feasibility study when it's considering launching a new business, adding a new product line, or acquiring a rival.
A feasibility study assesses the potential for success of the proposed plan or project by defining its expected costs and projected benefits in detail.
It's a good idea to have a contingency plan on hand in case the original project is found to be infeasible.
When doing a feasibility study, it's always good to have a contingency plan that is ready to test as a viable alternative if the first plan fails.
Can we at least go on blooper session without talking about money? It empties my bank account, dollar by dollar and cent by cent.
At your command, Parker. Herfindahl-Hirschman Index.
A common measure of market concentration and is used to determine market competitiveness, often pre- and post-merger and acquisition transactions.
The Herfindahl-Hirschman Index, or HHI, is used to determine market competitiveness.
A market with an HHI of less than 1,500 is considered a competitive marketplace. An HHI of 1,500 to 2,500 is moderately concentrated, and an HHI of 2,500 or greater is highly concentrated.
The primary disadvantage of the HHI stems from the fact that it is such a simple measure that it fails to take into account the complexities of various markets.
The market share percentage of firm N expressed as a whole number, not a decimal.
Regulators use the HHI index by measuring the largest companies in a particular industry to determine if that industry should be considered competitive or close to being a monopoly.
Consider the following hypothetical industry with 4 total firms.
Firm 1 market share equals 40%.
Firm 2 market share equals 30%.
Firm 3 market share equals 15%.
Firm 4 market share equals 15%.
The HHI is calculated as
He equals 40 to plus 30 to plus 15 to plus 15 to equals 1,600 plus 900 plus 225 plus 225 equals 2,950.
Heteroscedasticity.
It often arises in 2 forms, conditional and unconditional.
In statistics, heteroscedasticity, or heteroscedasticity, happens when the standard errors of a variable, monitored over a specific amount of time, are non-constant.
Heteroscedasticity and heteroscedasticity. Try saying those words 16 times each at a fast speed.
Heterosadasticity, 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 heterosadasticity.
Heteroscedasticity, 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 heteroscedasticity.
Kiara, why did you make Ellen Gershwin say heteroscedasticity and heteroscedasticity 16 times fast?
Because heteroscedasticity is 18 letters long and heteroscedasticity is the same amount as heteroscedasticity. Wally Warner.
While heteroscedasticity does not cause bias in the coefficient estimates, it does make them less precise. Lower precision increases the likelihood that the coefficient estimates are further from the correct population value.
Money laundering.
The illegal process of making large amounts of money generated by criminal activity, such as drug trafficking or terrorist funding, appear to have come from a legitimate source.
Money laundering is the illegal process of making dirty money appear legitimate instead of ill-gotten.
Criminals use a wide variety of money laundering techniques to make illegally obtained funds appear clean.
Online banking and cryptocurrencies have made it easier for criminals to transfer and withdraw money without detection.
The prevention of money laundering has become an international effort and now includes terrorist funding among its targets.
The financial industry also has its own set of strict anti-money laundering, or AML, measures in place.
Placement surreptitiously injects the dirty money into the legitimate financial system.
Layering conceals the source of the money through a series of transactions and bookkeeping tricks.
In the final step, integration, the now laundered money is withdrawn from the legitimate account to be used for whatever purposes the criminals have in mind for it.
Banks are required to report large cash transactions and other suspicious activities that might be signs of money laundering.
Other money laundering methods include
investing in commodities such as gems and gold that can be moved easily to other jurisdictions.
Discreetly investing in and selling valuable assets such as real estate, cars, and boats.
Gambling and laundering money at casinos.
Counterfeiting.
Using shell companies, inactive companies or corporations that essentially exist on paper only.
Take it easy, Kade. Stay cool. Candy. There. Will. Change. To. Rage. There.
McFarland County is supposed to be a democracy, but money laundering is declared illegal as of last month. Those Broncos.
First Fox and Falco got planted in the ground by Becca's tantrum. Now you and I got planted in the ground by Kade's tantrum.
I'm monkey food if we don't dig our way out of here. So let's dig our way out.
Later, after Peppy and Slippy dug their way out of the ground and Fox lectured Kade on not planting any of his teammates, including himself, in the ground with his tantrums in the future.
Mutually exclusive?
Events are considered to be mutually exclusive when they cannot happen at the same time.
The concept often comes up in the business world in the assessment of budgeting and deal making.
If considering mutually exclusive options, a company must weigh the opportunity cost, or what it would be giving up by choosing each option.
The time value of money, or TVM, is often considered when deciding between two mutually exclusive choices.
Not mutually exclusive means that two instances or outcomes can occur simultaneously, and one outcome does this not limit the other from being possible.
And Bucky is mutually exclusive. Ha 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 ha.
Ouch. My crotch. Ow.
Germur, it is not nice to call my brother mutually exclusive.
Guys, I have a terrible feeling something is barreling towards us like an out-of-control R-Wing or Landmaster.
And I believe it's not Andros or any other Star Fox 64 or Star Fox Zero boss.
Now what are these two evil twins of two of our members doing here again?
We have a bone to pick with you.
Pick away.
On August 30th, former YouTuber Ruby Frank was arrested on 2 counts of aggravated child abuse.
After another attack on the internet, the boys discover that Catman is not Skankunt 42. Meanwhile, the girls take decisive action against the boys of South Park Elementary.
And since Cortozran sounds so depressing, I swapped it out for Goodbye to a World, changed the speed to 75%, and the pitch down by 5.
And that's not all. He jumped from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 as Goodbye to a World played at a slow speed, mainly like a snail.
Ruby launched her YouTube channel, titled 8 Passengers, back in 2016, and amassed over 2 million subscribers before deleting it earlier this year.
She would frequently share family-centered videos featuring her husband, Kevin, and their 6 children, Shari, 20, Chad, 18, Abby, 16, Julie, 14, Russell, 12, and Eve, 10.
What do you think of that? Child abuse? Elsa got? I don't think so.
We hope Ruby Frank has Warren-style punishments.
Not if I call on God Almighty to get you first.
I heard your call, Mickey Good.
Ruby once slammed her viewers as so malicious after her vlogs left them so concerned that they launched a petition to send Child Protective Services to investigate her home.
No more interference. We mean it.
Stop us from tormenting Tailsland and his friends, and we'll shit all over them.
That is disgusting.
Soil even one of them and you'll feel the wrath of the guitars of Trickshot, Kyle, and Matthew.
When we say it's scandalous, it's scandalous. So, it's scandalous. Shall we let all of them have it?
Let's get them. Bombs away.
Gun, not again. Ew.
I will be hearing from my lawyer. Emu.
You two will be reported to admins. Emu.
You
two are like Mr. Whitehorse, but more graphic and explicit. Eewee wow. Eewee.
You two are like pigeons with digestive problems that fly over my head. Eewee wow. Eewee.
You two should never be giving me irritation and redness to more than just my bottom and mental pain. Eewee wow. Eewee.
It could get worse if you soil Sheriff Labrador and his comrades again, but trust me, it's never easy. Ew. Ew!
And don't you even think about cleaning them up this time.
We claim Sheriff Labrador, Officer Doberman, and Officer Papillon as our own, and if you guys send us back, we're taking them with us.
Your claim on those safety Sheriff Labrador characters are null and void.
And although God cleaned me up, you evildoers can never override God's authority, nor our own.
Take that.
Triple Rockstar finish.
Curses. Foiled again. Why do we fail all the time? Ouch.
Can we at least get the safety talk from Sheriff Labrador? Oh, my aching sphincter.
Sam, Kyle, Maya, Sheriff Labrador, Officer Doberman, Officer Papillon, and Tailsland are all cleaned up and you may resume your video.
You can count on us.
And we can count on you.
And we can beat back any wicked being or two or more. Wherever, whenever.
Oh, peanut butter.
Peanut butter, and jelly.
Quarter on quarter.
QOQ compares a change in performance between one fiscal quarter and the previous fiscal quarter.
QOQ reflects short-term changes in various metrics and can indicate company performance over 2 quarters.
Businesses that have income fluctuations or peak earnings at certain times may need to make seasonal adjustments or use a YOY metric to measure performance.
Comparing quarters on a year-over-year (YOY) basis can be more effective than on a quarter-on-quarter (QOQ) basis, as it gives a broader picture of company health and is not impacted by seasonal issues.
The Russell 2000 Index is a market index comprised of 2,000 small-cap companies.
The index was launched in 1984 by the Frank Russell Company and is now managed by FTSE Russell.
The index is frequently used as a benchmark for measuring the performance of small-cap mutual funds.
Many investors see the index's breadth as giving it an edge over narrower indexes of small-cap stocks.
Investors can replicate the returns of the Russell 2000 Index by investing in an index-based mutual fund or exchange-traded fund that tracks the index.
The smallest 1,000 companies in the Russell 2000 make up the Russell 1000 Microcap Index. The Russell 2000 is, itself, composed of the 2,000 smallest companies in the broad Russell 3000 Index.
The Series 7 is an exam and license that entitles the holder to sell all types of securities products except commodities and futures.
The Series 7 exam covers topics on investment risk, taxation, equity and debt instruments, packaged securities, options, and retirement plans.
The purpose of the Series 7 license is to establish a level of competency for registered representatives in the securities industry.
The total debt to total assets ratio shows the degree to which a company has used debt to finance its assets.
The calculation considers all of the company's debt, not just loans and bonds payable, and considers all assets, including intangibles.
The total debt to total assets ratio is calculated by dividing a company's total amount of debt by the company's total amount of assets.
If a company has a total debt to total assets ratio of 0.4, 40% of its assets are financed by creditors, and 60% are financed by owners, shareholders, equity.
The ratio does not inform users of the composition of assets nor how a single company's ratio may compare to others in the same industry.
A total debt to total asset ratio greater than 1 means that if the company were to cease operating, not all debtors would receive payment on their holdings.
Form W-2 reflects your income earned and taxes withheld from the prior year to be reported on your income tax returns.
Employers use W-2s to report figure taxes for employees.
The IRS also uses W-2 forms to track individuals' tax obligations.
Our stock market is not balanced enough. Shall we give it another go?
No, Stripe. Too many tax forms have been filled out. We've been having one of those days. Let's try again the 1-year anniversary of my DeviantArt permanent ban.
No worries. We'll create another account under your Hotmail email address.
And since you continued to upload unacceptable content and becoming a repeat offender, let's wait until your 23rd birthday, 36th for your persona, to do that. We'll create an account under your Hotmail email address titled Windows Vista User then.
It is just like Windows XP user on Fur Affinity since your Gmail one got permanently banned, but just a smidge more like this.
We'll give that Hotmail branded DeviantArt account a theme called Tugscaraba.
Because Tugscaraba is into spankings, just stinking cute, naughty/mischief, diaper changes, wet/messy diaper, flashbacks, timeouts, and more. We'll set an upload schedule.
I think it would be Sims Learn Out and Hosky Michelle said once a week, with stories once a month. How do you like that?
I think it'll work, Abby, since I'm in the mood for Tug's Care Bear picture comparisons anyway. I'll arrange a meeting after the scheduled Funny Signs video.
Oh, dragon fruit.
This has been a Tailslandian Gardens Heliopolis Entertainment production. Like this video from Tailslandian Gardens Heliopolis Entertainment and Tailslandian Gardens and Elysian Siemens himself. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to both channels, and turn on notifications for every video those two channels post.